Time already.
It is time, Mike. We've got it. We've got it. You want to hit got it on the other one? Oh, here I got it. Literally. Welcome, everyone. Please find your seats. I've got my coffee. I've got my Mike Brown.
I got my dew.
He's got his Mountain Dew in the morning that still never really gets old on how. What's that? The dew as well. The Mike Brown mullet is in strong form this morning.
You've heard of No Shave November.
No Shave November, yes.
I'm getting ready for March mullet.
Oh, that's just awful. Guys, stand with me. Stand together. We need to just renounce this evil. Oh, did you wave it? Oh, he waved it. Oh no!
Busy.
I was gonna say, careful.
Too much birthday celebration last
March
night.
mullet.
Yeah.
Madness.
Wow.
Okay. Well, it is February 1st. Can you believe it already? It's gonna be June and July before you even know it. Like we're gonna be right here, and I'm gonna say it's July. Remember when I said it was February 1st, and you're gonna go, "Oh my gosh, he was right." And we have a mission moment.
Yep. So as you all know, Ron passed away this last week.
Yes.
Today is his funeral. But we want to start the meeting, instead of going to a different person, just a moment of silence for all that he's meant to everybody. So we're just going to hang out and think for a few seconds.
Yeah.
Okay, and so what we're going to do to honor Ron is what we're asking is anybody that has pictures of Ron, videos of Ron, anything that really shows who he is, please send them over to me in an email. We are going to work on creating a presentation that we will be showing at our awards banquet in March of just what Ron has done for our, not only our market center, but for this community as well. Last night at visitation, for those of you that didn't attend, it was lines out the door because so many people were there to pay their respects to Sheila, Molly, Jen, and the rest of the Cephas family. So any videos or pictures of Ron that you have, please email them over to me, and we will be working on creating a presentation that we will be showing at our awards banquet. So if you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And like I said, anything and everything. There's not going to be, this presentation will probably be 5 minutes long, if not longer. So send those over to me and we'll get them added in.
One of the amazing things last night was to see how many people he's touched from all areas of Springfield and the world. I mean, the Facebook tributes to him were something else. I mean, fantastic guy.
Those pictures and just seeing how well he lived life. I mean, it was incredible to watch someone's impact on that many people.
Because he believed in taking care of everybody else first. Which is really cool. So.
Yeah, servant leadership for sure.
Talk about a legacy worth leaving. That's for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So the celebration of life at 1 p.m.
Yes, so we will be closing the office today at noon, correct, Rachel? Noon o'clock?
Yeah, so we're closing the office today at noon. The celebration of life will be at James River Church, and then the burial will be at the Veteran Cemetery close to James River. That's where they'll have the military presentation for them, and we'll actually have some people there playing bagpipes in his honor for that. And side note, Mike, I don't think your mic is on.
Oh.
Died.
You died.
Talk
Wait.
amongst yourselves.
Try this one.
I'll get it going.
Yeah, go ahead and try this one. There we go. There we go.
My batteries went dead.
The batteries.
Okay. Now
Okay.
can you hear me? Got it. Cool.
Okay, let's move forward. All right, so calendar, February, there we are, right at the beginning, and there will be not a Text Tuesday today.
Yep. So that is off today. A lot of cool things on here. We've got Ignite Elements going on, which is the red things. Elementals. Okay. This is a day that's never going to be around again.
That's right.
That
So
is 2.
He's pointing at February 22nd for you online.
That is 2/22/22. That is officially Tuesday.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a lot of twos.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
Oh, and Galentine's brunch. Rachel, for people that are new,
Yes.
tell them what Galentine's brunch is.
Yeah, Yeah, so Galentine's Brunch is one of my favorite events that we do. We're working on creating a sign up. So for any of our Galentines of KW, if you guys would like to join us, what we'll do is normally Nicole, myself, Ashley, we are cooking breakfast. Normally it's pancakes, bacon, eggs, mimosas for all of our Galentines. Once we get that event, a link created, we'll share it with you, but we hope that you can join us on that morning to celebrate you.
What about Broentines?
Broentines.
Broentines brunch.
We're gonna have bratwurst that afternoon.
Bratwurst.
So
Broentines bratwurst.
But the new calendar is now up. It is out. There's lots of stuff going on. Notice family reunion. One of the cool things, even if you can't attend family reunion, we have an ahas from it that Friday afterwards. So there's still a lot to learn.
Yes.
But it's we're going to talk more about family reunion here in a little bit.
Which there are how many? I think there's 43 or 45 of us going.
That's the last count we had.
I think that's something close to
and
that.
I know somebody else that's going to now today too.
Yes, absolutely.
And we'll talk about the rooms
we will.
too.
Oh, so elementals, there it is. There's all the dates. If you want to take a screenshot of that, then please do.
And it's going to be Zoom classes, correct?
Yeah, we're going to do right now Zoom just with the current environment. So you'll use the same training link to come on and then you'll be able to watch or be a part of the classes there. Just a reminder, all of the classes are recorded and they're uploaded to our YouTube channel. So if you miss a class, search Rachel Lusk on YouTube, and all of our team meetings, ALC meetings, Ignite classes are all on there.
And if you're one of our new, of the 12 people that joined us last month, Mike, if you're one of the new people, we would love to, help you get connected. Elementals is one of the best ways to do that.
Go back a slide.
Oh, yeah.
Focus on that.
Oh, perfect.
So here's our list of new people from January. Crystal Branning, Seth Dale, Linda Thomas, Michelle Omar, Emily Luttrell. Luttrell or Luttrell?
Luttrell, maybe?
From the town I'm from, it's which way?
Luttrell.
Okay, cool. Chase Finn, Jordan Milford, Christina Coakley, Noel Collins, David Caldwell, Channing Bird, Dana Stulsatz. So, Noel, what did I say?
Noel. Oh,
Noel.
I'm done with Christmas.
I know. That's funny.
We're averaging about 12 a month. This is still amazing, the growth that's going on.
This is powerful. So if you have never met them, or if you do see somebody that you don't recognize, please do say hello.
Are any of them in here today? Are any of you online?
No.
Wave your hand, use the chat sign emoji.
Say, I'm new, and we will gladly make you feel a part of the family, which would be great.
Yeah,
okay.
Linda online. Linda's here.
Hey, Linda, yay.
Good morning.
Yes, I love it. The passion this morning. She's got her hand raised. I love it, Linda. That's fantastic.
There's David Caldwell too.
Yay.
He and I worked together many, many years ago. So
yeah, no, we're so glad to have you back, David. And I got to meet his daughter, who's going to be possibly getting into the industry. Super exciting for her as well.
cool.
Super cool. Okay, so let's continue. Oh, I think I clicked off of it. There we go.
Also, because of the current climate, how sicknesses are up and down, we're bumping our awards night to March 12th instead of February 11th. We would hate to have a bunch of people get sick right before family reunion, so we're trying to do that. Tim's mic is now out.
Oh, no. Well, then I'm going to go get some batteries. Okay.
And I need more too. The batteries got put in the charger backwards, so we're running on fumes here. But so it's going to be Saturday, March 12th. That is our awards night for KWS, Keller Williams Springfield. It's one of those days. But also, yesterday was the last day. Technology. I love it. Yesterday was the last day to get your volume changes into the board for changes on that. So every year, the board does an awards thing and Keller Williams does. The board one, sometimes the volume doesn't show up the way you think it is. And so here's a couple hints for this year to make that a lot easier. Number one, when you go into Flex, and I highlighted a couple things here, a lot of people didn't realize they were on teams or they were on a team and they weren't supposed to be. Even if you're putting things in individually as the closing out agent, you need to double check if you're under a team. So you go to office/member, and mine's in a different order up here probably because mine's, you can organize that the way you want. Check the team. See if you're showing up under a team. All that can be changed. It's easier to do it now for 2022 awards than at the end of the year. Secondly, whenever you're closing out a transaction, especially if you're the buyer side, double check, make sure they got your name in there right. I do that the minute it goes under contract. That way we make sure it's there and make sure all the way through. But check that as put it as part of your closeout system. Make sure it's going in there properly.
I have a full battery mic.
Yay.
Are you a full battery mic?
I have salt.
Okay.
We have assault and battery.
Oh my gosh.
That was not,
That
really
was not good.
Okay.
That was
So,
that went dark really quickly, everybody.
so here's the second thing. A lot of you sell things that are off the market. Number one, that doesn't get counted in Flex if you don't put it into the system. Number two, if it's a good sale price, appraisers need it. So here's the system to put in an off-market listing. You've only got 4 days after the closing. So a lot of people thought they could put all these things in now for last year. That may change which award you get, but it doesn't change your actual volume. So make sure you're doing this. If anybody ever needs this, it's right on, I think it's on the board website, but it's taped on my wall. About once every month, somebody comes in and takes a screenshot of this. But this is the system, if you're doing something that's not on the market, to put it into Flex. Okay, so those 2 or 3 items we just talked about will solve your volume situation for the end of 2022, and it solves Jim's problem of having to sign 15 or 16 different forms that need to be adjusted. So
we got the thumbs up from
he's
Jim
happy
over there,
with that.
so very happy about that.
Anything else on that, Rachel?
Nope, that was it.
Cool.
Wow, you did that perfectly, Mike.
Yeah.
That's how that works. All right, career visioning. Probably
Yay.
one of the most powerful classes in all of Keller Williams.
Especially if you're ever thinking of growing more than just being yourself.
That's right. Well, and not only that, okay, let's just say you're sitting there and you go, you know what? I'm never hiring an assistant. I used to work around people all the time and I don't want anybody underneath me, whatever. I don't know how you want to think about it, but this is also helping you be a better leader. It helps you be a better, more organized yourself. It isn't just about hiring someone. It is also about how to become a better communicator with people as well.
And so on this class, Rachel's throwing the link up on it and the awards night registration. I missed that one earlier. So if you're going to awards night, we need to know how many people because we're ordering food.
So that is going to be March 8th, 9 a.m. through March 9th at 4 p.m.
I'll bet you there's an easier way to sign up. Hit the next slide. What if there's a QR code and you could just scan this thing?
Or a link that Rachel just put up there.
Either way.
Yes, that's right.
Take a picture with your phone.
And get registered because, my goodness, that is one of the most powerful things you can do. Rachel,
Yep.
Did you have something to say?
Yeah, so on the career visioning, it's a 3-part class. So they call it the leverage series. So the first is how to go through the Keller personality or the KPA assessment when hiring. I've also seen people that are thinking about potentially combining their businesses go through the KPA as well, because you're able to learn about each person as you go through it. The second part is after you hired them, how do you start getting them trained? So the 30, 60, 90, what is the expectations? And then the last part is success through others. So that's the model of I do it, we do it, and then they do it, and it walks them through that. So if you're even thinking about hiring and you're not to that point yet, go ahead and go to this class so you know what to expect. Keller Williams hiring process is one of the most personal and kind of intense hiring processes I've ever been through. It's not just like you meet them once and you're hired, you're on the job. It's a very extensive process, and this walks you through on how to do it, and it's very eye-opening. So if you're on the fence, please attend.
And some of those tools, I swear, Mike, some of those tools like the KPA or the DISC or actually validating the KPA. I mean, it's almost like you want to do that with your spouse, right? Because behaviors.
We did.
Behavior, right? Yeah.
We did the KPA with Becky and I.
It's enlightening.
It helps you know what to expect of each other and what each other's strengths.
It's so powerful. I mean, it is really, really intensely amazing. Like Rachel said, it is one of the most, in-depth processes to go through. But gosh, if you really go in it and you take from it, you will get an immense amount of value from that.
Yep. And Rachel, while we got this slide up, talk to us about these different things here also.
Yeah, so 1099s. You know, yesterday was the deadline that all 1099s had to be mailed out and filed with the IRS. So for those that are new, the process is we've sent those off. You will receive those in the mail. We have not received digital copies yet. We probably will in the next 2 weeks. So if for some reason you didn't update your address with us or you need a digital copy, we can get those to you, but it won't be right away. And then profit share 1099s are also available. So that's one aspect that those don't get mailed out. Those come from KWRI directly. In the chat, I've put the steps on how to go and access for profit share purposes that you will also need. Also, awards night, we touched on that. Next, ISA Mastermind. So an inside sales agent mastermind. It's the first mastermind we've ever had at the Market Center for ISA specifically. That will be tomorrow. Right now, it's tentatively in person. However, if for some reason the weather is bad, we will switch to Zoom. It will still be the same training login that you will use to go and watch team meeting as well. That's being facilitated by Claire Buckler and Ashley Gonzalez, 2 top ISAs here in our market center. And we're so excited to watch them pour into everybody for that. And even if you don't have an ISA, recommend going and learning and understanding their scripts. Lastly, Keller Williams Young Professionals. We are launching a chapter here at our market center. It's not only combining Springfield Market Center, but we're combining like the Ozarks, Branson, Joplin, and Springfield. If you don't know what Young Professionals is, it doesn't matter on age. What we're changing is Keller Williams up and coming professionals. So the whole purpose of KWYP is to create a referral network and get agents together to help build bigger opportunities and wealth building opportunities for those within the chapter. We are working on an official launch date for our chapter. However, once we get that, we will definitely communicate that out, and we hope that you can attend. This has a yearly fee. However, a lot of those trainings, like a career visioning, they will have specifically for KWYP for free. And then at Family Reunion and Mega Camp, they'll have different meetups and things like that. You'll also be invited into a private Facebook group for everybody that's part of KWYP as far as a networking opportunity as well. So once we have that date, we'll definitely get that pushed out to you.
So what you're going to see is Keller Williams is starting to do all these communities. So so you can find, like, all of us don't sell to the same type of people. We don't have the same like price ranges or the same like farm or land or all these things. Take a look at what's coming. This is sort of a view of what's happening. But within Keller Williams, it's not just one brokerage, it's all these different communities. And so what we're hoping through the next year is that we have some people that say, hey, land is my specialty. I want to start a division here and sort of be a director of that, or luxury or commercial or all these different things. And this is just the start. That's what's really cool.
Yeah. And I mean, if you got into real estate because of the land aspect of it, right? There's quite a few of our agents that literally, they know a lot about land. They grew up on the land. Their families are 6th generation landowners. And then they got into real estate because that's the niche that they want. We would love to have a director of the land division, things like that.
But that's where we're heading with the whole company in the future, is within the whole big group of us, there are all these things to help you with the resources, whatever you're trying to do.
I mean, man, if we get ownership of leaders in each one of these categories,
oh my gosh,
wow. Like it's a
notice
spider.
The ALC is one of the parts of these. The ALC has its own separate committees.
That's right.
That's kind of the idea, is each of these will become its own thing. And we're on the ground floor of this, so it's going to be really cool.
It's kind of beginning. I remember seeing these kind of graphics start to get formulated over the last 5 to 10 years. And for them to have filled a lot of these in a way that, like, KWKC didn't exist like 10 years ago, right?
And one of them that's not showing on here is new construction. That just launched 3 months ago.
Right.
So that's not even on this yet, but that's another division that's going on to connect across the country and help with the best practices.
If you don't know what a lot of these are, we would love to connect with you about all that.
Rachel threw a link up on it.
No way.
In the chat, I put the different communities: luxury, new homes, commercial, young professionals, land, military, and the new one, sports and entertainment. So you can go on and look at all the different memberships, what they include. And I know specifically for KW Commercial, on our growth call for leadership yesterday, they are launching a whole new rebrand of that. So that's super exciting to see what comes out with KW Commercial. And I'm sure all of these divisions will be able to learn more about at Family Reunion.
Yeah, there's going to be a ton of stuff announced at Family Reunion, especially regarding this.
Talk about that here in a little bit.
How about that?
Cool.
Let's do that. All right, but let's talk about the market first, Mike.
So new listings. Look at this.
Yes.
GSBR last year
at this time,
191. I think that was about the same as last week. The number of new listings has jumped dramatically, but the number of homes available has gone down. So they're all being gobbled up by buyers almost immediately.
Yeah, that's the absorption rate. If you're new or newer, the amount of absorption that's happening, where new houses are coming on, but they're being bought and gotten into contract almost as quickly as they are coming on.
On the screen here, we can't see it, but new listings in the East markets went to 52. Last week, I think it was 23.
Yeah, it was the lowest I had seen. 52 this week, being a lot more healthy headed into
but again,
spring.
All those new listings came up, and we dropped to 586 active listings yesterday. Okay. And this just showed up on my memories from last year, 774 February 1st last year. So,
and in case you're wondering, that's a lot less. It's,
I still look back at these 2,000, 3,100. I mean, so we're still in the same type of market, and spring hasn't even hit here yet.
That's right. And remember, and this is something I was talking with another couple top teams with the last couple weeks, is that we might still think that 250,000 average sales price for, because remember, our average market right now is like 210, 208, something like that average sales price. But in our office is almost 250, right? It's kind of hovering around that 240, 250 range. That's still a steal for most people outside of these areas. So that it might sound like a lot, and to our local people, it is. And so our local, normal population of buyers and sellers outside areas, it's still a steal. So we do think that this is going to continue in that realm.
But okay, so the snowpocalypse is coming in tomorrow. I'm saying it's a conspiracy by Big Grocery. They're trying to sell milk and eggs.
Yes.
But okay, so here's a couple things. While you're stranded at home, keep into Ignite and the trainings and the things we talked about earlier. And one of the coaches I heard yesterday suggested to their people, do care calls or emails and have suggestions of things to do with kids. It's reaching out, because right now, get everything in place before crazy spring happens.
Bust out those new board games.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Okay, so we just finished the MREI, the Millionaire Real Estate Investor. And as you saw in that cool spider graph, the Millionaire Real Estate Investor has a club within KW, which is very cool. But February's book, we're heading into shift. Not that I think that we're actually heading into a shifting market here locally. We're actually heading in a pretty consistent trend of upward growth. But
the storm name is actually Landon.
No.
Yeah, that's what Guy
Landon. I don't know if he's watching. I don't know if he's, but if you see Landon up there, tell him that's a good idea. Like
Snow hurricane.
A snow hurricane.
He's laughing about it right now.
Yeah. Landon is a storm. He's a one-man storm. So February's book, we're heading into shift. These are the best principles about how to safeguard your business around changes in the market in general. And so it basically makes you a healthier business owner when you go through these principles in this book. So I'm really excited to go through that with you. It's one of my favorite books.
Yep. Very cool.
Oh, by the way, that meets Tuesday mornings before team meeting. Cool. In the lobby while it's still cold and snowy. Oh, it's at 8:15. 8:15 in the lobby until the weather's nice again, and then we'll meet for coffee truck at Mugshots. Are you out again?
I'm dying again.
Okay.
There's not much on GSBR if you want to hit those couple things. Are these dead batteries?
Yes, these need to be charged back up. All right. So telehealth, member services, you guys are getting these emails. If you're not reading them, check them out. Mike, mentioned that everybody's getting these, being a part of Flex, obviously, and being a part of member services for the GSBOR. And here's the GSBOR calendar at a glance. We kind of scooted down from the January. There was a bunch of stuff, obviously, in January. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. You get these updates. I just kind of want to point you back to the emails you're already getting about things that you might want to be touching base with. Any comments there, Rachel? Or
Yeah, I was going to say, please pay your already. As of yesterday, I think we had 65 people that still haven't renewed. You have until the end of February. If by March 1 those are not paid, we are going to have to drop you from the board, which then will require all new payment again. So make sure you get those paid, and you can either pay through your portal or call the board directly.
That's right. And I mean, I talk to new agents all the time, or I talk to even just our normal realtors that are on a regular basis, but you didn't get your real estate license to pay fees. That is not why you got your real estate license. And yet there are ones that are associated with being a part of it to be able to make money.
I got them to pay taxes. I like doing that.
You like, okay.
Yes.
It's like a write-off or something. Yeah.
Exactly.
I get to pay fees and write them off. No, this is just about utilizing the license that you worked so hard to get. You studied, you worked hard, you got licensed. Make it work for you. And don't let that little fee stop you from the potential of income this year of 2022.
Yep.
All right. We have awesome vendors, Mike.
Yes. Chelsea says no.
No.
Bring Chelsea up.
Chelsea from
While
Onward
she's
is
coming
here.
up, do we have USA Mortgage or HSA
Yes.
on the line?
Anybody
We do
on?
not have USA or HSA on the line. I see Jess Bowman, Adam McGrath, Michael the Reiki guy on here, Patty with Morowski.
Yes. And Tyler's here. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. Well, why don't you take us and explain something cool?
I'll do my best. So I'm Chelsea with Onward Agent Services, and I don't know who do you talk to the camera or the people?
There, but then I glance at
Okay, so both.
Yeah.
Just switch back and forth. Anyway, so we do contract to close, listing coordination. We help out with your database, help you get it organized, then help you use it properly. And we do some marketing and branding help as well if you're needing to zhuzh up your social media, website, all
What
that.
did you just say? Zhush up?
Zhuzh up.
Have
Have
you
you
never?
never?
I don't think I've heard of that phrase.
California people, I swear.
Zhush up? Where does that even come
Zhuzh.
from?
Who's heard that word? Please. Thank
Wow.
you. Thank you.
Does that mean like freshen up? Or like
Spice
sparkle it?
Spice up.
To spice it up.
Yes.
Zhush. Okay, somebody go and find where zhush up came from. I'm very intrigued at this point.
Thank you,
Okay.
Sarah. It's French.
Is it French?
No, I
it's
don't
not.
think
Is
so.
it really? All right, we'll go with it.
It's apparently it's
Oh, wow.
Midwestern.
Wow. All right.
It's Midwestern French.
Yeah. So anyway, besides all of that, if there's anything that you can think of that you're like, man, I really need to leverage this, just come talk to us. We can try and make a plan for you, even if it's not one of those things I listed. So yeah.
Awesome. And you guys have cool little flyers that really explain in detail all the cool things that you guys do.
Oh yes, we
So-
can send a whole packet of information.
So come see Onward in the leadership area and pick up some flyers if you haven't really taken advantage of that. Awesome. Thank you. All
I
right.
think I saw something about.
One person I didn't mention was Amy Hunsaker Williams. The Collective Home Staging just became an approved vendor. So for those of you that are part of our internal page, which all of you should be, she posted some pictures of a staging she did at a rental property the other day. So also check her out.
Cool.
Awesome. Awesome.
And we mentioned everybody. Got everybody?
I think we're good.
Cool.
And
Broker moment.
Jim,
We're
he
good.
says we're good. I would say that we're not good, that we need you to come to more contract classes. It is about wielding the weapon of the contract.
And there were a lot of new changes. I know there were several here the other day for a class.
Yep.
And
Having, over 400 and plus agents, I think that we need to have at least 20 to 30 people in this meeting every week or every month.
So last Friday, I got to use my first capitulation clause on inspections.
Ooh, capitulation.
It was exciting.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Don't I want to skip a joke right now.
Our sellers said they wouldn't fix anything. So my buyer said, okay, we'll take it.
All right.
Everybody knew exactly what was going on, but we did the capitulation.
So we have a fun family reunion video. Explains a lot of things, right?
Yes.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Keller Williams, family reunion is just a few weeks away, which means we're busy behind the scenes getting ready to see you in Orlando. Let's take a look. How are y'all preparing for family reunion?
Oh my goodness, so many things. A lot of my part though is right now just researching and making sure that we've got the right people in the right places.
And we were just on the board looking at all these different networking events and how we're going to get to them all. There's so many.
Like you have all of these breakout sessions, and so then you try to figure out well, how many people are going to want to go to each one, and then you take that and you try to like put it onto this giant map, so you know like which rooms to use, and before you know it, you have this amazing, complex kind of world, which is what are we going to learn, how are we going to learn it, and where are we going to do it?
I'm working a lot with Jason Abrams, which means you start about 4 in the morning, you go till about 4 the next morning. So I think the guy doesn't sleep. But it really, honestly, we are working our tails off to create what we think is going to be the best event ever. And it's our first time back in person in a couple of years. You name it, we're working on it. The events team has been unbelievable, marketing, legal. Everybody is pouring into this event.
First of all, trying to stay healthy, because I know how important this is coming up.
Yeah.
Spending a lot of time with Gary and Jason, Mark, Matt, as we're starting to prepare all our content to get ready. And then the last piece is getting in shape, because I know it's going to be a busy 4+ days.
You guys, go get your tickets right now. Here's the deal. We're going to limit the number of people that can physically attend because we want to do it in the safest way possible. You don't want to miss out on Family Reunion. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be there. You're going to be there?
I'm going to be there.
Go get your tickets right now.
And you want to get them this week because
Hey, Keller Williams, family
the price is going up February 4th, which is Friday.
That's right. They upped it to $12,000 at this point.
Yeah, not $12,000.
12,000 attendees.
12,000 attendees.
Wow.
$999 is the current price. I think it's going to about $1,200. So their numbers are confusing there.
Wow, okay.
But even if you can't do that, there's the digital version online that we're going to have here at the Market Center. But we want to talk with you kind of on the whole process of what they're doing with it. So as you go this year, actually we're going to talk about Sean first, then we'll do that.
Okay.
This is one of our main keynote guys that's going to be there.
This is very cool.
Hi, I'm Sean Acor. I'm the author of The Happiness Advantage and Big Potential and a happiness researcher in the field of positive psychology. I am so excited and grateful for the incredible opportunity to get to join you, to get to share this incredible research that we've been doing over the past decade. I got fascinated by looking to see if we could research not just things like depression and disorder, but if we could use psychology and science to find out why it is that some people could rise above their genetic threshold and their environment to raise their levels of happiness by changing their daily routines or changing their habits or changing the way that they interacted with other people. And when we found that change was possible, what we were stunned to find is that when the human brain became happier and more positive, every single business and educational outcome we knew how to test for rose dramatically. And what we found is that when we link those two ideas together, we found something incredible. What it means is that the greatest advantage in the modern economy is a positive and engaged brain, but that we don't have to just be our genes and our environment. By changing our habits and the way that we interact with other people, we could actually reap that advantage within our lives. So I can't wait to share this research about how we can create rational optimism in the midst of the challenges and the messiness of life. How we can, in the midst of challenges, maintain the belief that our behavior matters while also taking a realistic assessment of the present. How we can then use that rational optimism to start bringing in positive habits into our life. I'll talk about 5 positive habits that we've been researching that take less than 2 minutes a day. But when we do them, they create huge impacts not only upon our lives, but it ripples out through our entire ecosystem around us. Which leads to the final conclusion, which is that happiness is not an individual sport. The greatest predictor of long-term levels of happiness is your social connection score. It's other people. It's the breadth, depth, and meaning in our social relationships. So we need to find a way of pursuing our happiness and success in an interconnected way and find a way of lighting up together in the dark, creating these virtuous cycles that allow us to not only create that rational optimism, but to sustain it. I can't wait to share this research with you, the science, how I've seen it impact my own life, and case studies of how we've seen it impact people in the 50 countries that I've traveled doing this research with. And I can't wait to get to share that research with you.
Fantastic.
So a giant real estate sales convention, and the main keynote speaker is not talking about selling things. He's talking about having your life bigger and the things that make things change in your life, business-wise and personal. That's one thing I love about Keller Williams. It's not about just constant sell, sell, sell. It's how to do all these things and make your life what it should be.
Hi, I'm Sean A.
There we go. I couldn't skip it without playing
Yeah.
it, so there we go.
So they're doing it in tracks this year because of trying to keep, those of you that have never been to family reunion, it's like a giant crazy zoo.
And just to explain that for a second, what that means is basically we'd have keynote speakers or we'd have, the main stage events on several days, and then we'd all break out into these breakout sessions that were all over the convention center. And what happened is you'd go into one room, and let's say this was one of the breakout sessions talking about lead generation for ISAs, for salespeople.
Yeah.
And then right after that, this room would empty out, and then there would be another speaker in here talking about improving your calendar schedule. And then so you not necessarily would stay in that room. You'd go to the next one you'd kind of planned out to go see. And so,
hopefully got into it before it hit.
well, and so you'd find out that the other one you wanted to go see was clear across the convention center. So you'd be like, I want to say running, but sometimes people would be running.
You were running.
And getting to the next one,
Yeah.
they'd open the door to that next one, or maybe they would have a guard out front saying, sorry, the fire marshal has blocked this one off because it's so packed for this one thing. So you wouldn't even be able to go see the one that you just went all the way across to go find.
Yeah.
And so then you'd go, okay, well, what was my backup? You'd go to the next one. That one might be full already because it would already take too much time. So these are things and problems that were being had. And so what did they do, Mike, to fix that?
Well, you add COVID and distancing on top of that, it was going to be a mess. So
It's going to be a mess.
Jason Abrams was talking about those grids of rooms. They're trying to do it in tracks. So if you're a single agent or a single agent with admin or a team or expansion or leadership, it will all be sort of coordinated so you can just follow along in all the masterminds.
So you know kind of what your focus is going to be, and you can go to that area and be able to basically stay in that zone.
Right.
And then the people and then the things that are going to be taught that cater to your focus will be brought to you. Does that make sense? So it's going to be much more cohesive that way.
So we don't have those parts of the schedule out yet, but and Rachel, anything else on the tracks real quick?
If you want to hop from one track to the other, you still have the opportunity to do that. So when you registered, you selected what track you most fits you. However, let's say you said you were a single agent, but then you want to switch to single agent with admin to learn more. You can hop tracks, but it's just going to be easier. So it's all in the same room, like they said, and you don't have to worry about not being able to attend any breakout sessions. And what they've done is they've reduced the number of panels for those movements. So it'll be interesting to see how that is presented along with the main stages as well.
Well, and that was another thing that I think is brilliant, Mike, is they, like what Rachel said, they've reduced that huge number of so many different breakouts. And a lot of times you'd walk into one, you'd be like halfway through it or even a quarter way through it, and you're like, this is not what I thought. Yeah. And you might not even connect with that speaker, but what they've done is they've reduced it down to the top people that are like renowned at teaching those things. So you know that it's going to be potent. You know that it's going to be jam-packed with value.
So there's going to be a lot of education, a lot of training, but we've got some fun scheduled too. So
yes.
I'll show you what we've got going so far.
Oh,
by the way,
yes,
this is what you'll need to be on site there.
They have these color-coded lanyards where basically, you know, if you're more, you know, want to be cautious, you can wear a red one and say, you know, I don't want to be hugging people, things like that.
But and those they'll provide there, but you will need a valid vaccination record or a negative COVID-19 test upon arrival. I think they'll even have testing centers there, but I would get all that done ahead.
It's basically like if you're going to be flying there, you're going to be just doing the same thing that you would be doing for flying.
And you do need face coverings inside for things. So just realize that's part of what they're required to do for liability and legal reasons and for health reasons, obviously. But that's just something to make sure you're aware of. Okay.
And this is what you understand.
Indoors, yes. Exactly.
Okay. So
but it is what it is. So
reunion tips, tricks, hints, and schedule.
Okay, so this will be going out to you all pretty soon, but this is kind of our plan. Now, number one, a lot of our people are flying out on Allegiant because it flies straight from here on that Friday night down to Sanford, which is about 20 minutes from the convention area. And as of yesterday, I was seeing flights, you could get a round trip down back with luggage for $330 before applying any coupon codes. And if you want help doing that, talk to me because I can help you get through the Allegiant system on that.
Mm-hmm.
So $333 for down and back. Okay, so we're all going to arrive there. Rachel will already be there because of some other meetings, and I will be getting a 15-passenger van. So we're going to shuttle everybody from there down to our Westgate Vacation Villa Resort.
Ooh.
We're going to be staying on a resort, not in a hotel room. We'll get everybody checked in. We're hoping they'll let Rachel have the keys since she'll be down there ahead of us, so we can just go right into the rooms. That night, if time, we're going to go over to the convention center, which is a 2.8-mile drive, and we'll have the shuttles. The shuttles means our vehicles, but we'll be able to get you over there, hopefully register that night rather than fight the crazy crowd Saturday. Okay. And the resort also has on-site a grocery store, bowling alley, restaurant.
Mini bowling.
Mini bowling. Yeah. What was it? Candle bowling? I think that's what Don called it.
I think it's called candle bowling.
Okay. So Saturday, it's kind of a slow day, and they don't have the whole schedule out yet, but we'll have a shuttle getting you over in the morning and coming back. We don't have the exact times yet. You could Uber at any time to get back. It's only like a 10-minute ride. So that's going to be available. Let's go to the next. Okay.
Yes.
That night, a lot of us are involved in a MAPS coaching thing. So everybody will be on their own for dinner, but there are some places nearby.
Wait, if you're a part of MAPS, what are we doing, Mike?
We're going to Epcot.
What? Super cool exclusive event for MAPS coaching clients.
And
so
if you
cool.
do need a nice dinner spot nearby, the world's largest White Castle is just opened about a mile from the resort.
Mike and his White Castle.
That's right.
Come on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Sunday's the fun day. Sunday, the shuttle goes over. It's a full day of trainings. And then that night, we're taking everybody to Universal City Walk, which is basically a giant complex between the two Universal theme parks. And there's, I'm guessing, 40 restaurants, there's nightclubs, there's live music, there's stores. So we're gonna get everybody over there so they can pick where they want to go for dinner.
So cool.
And probably leaving that night at 11 to get you back. So that's gonna be a fun night over at Universal. If you've never been there, the link will be in this thing so you can see what's kind of involved there, but it's a fun place. Then the next morning is Inspirational Morning.
Probably one of the
Monday?
most powerful things you can do at Family Reunion. I'm
No,
so
sorry,
sad.
I jumped today.
Oh, you did jump
Yeah.
Monday, but
Monday, shuttle goes back over. And then that night, we're doing a special dinner together at the resort. So we'll have dinner provided that night for everybody. Then Tuesday.
yeah. So Inspirational Morning it's one of my biggest sadnesses when people leave before that last day. A lot of times they'll end the event and then they'll have their flights out that before Tuesday begins. But you come in, they have breakfast for you, and then you have Mo Anderson or just the top culture people in the company, and then they basically have handpicked and chosen people from all over the country or the world for that matter that are just doing incredible things. And then they help fund their epic journey.
And the one last time was someone in another country who was doing schools for underprivileged kids, and the person was from Evangel. So it's amazing. They're on stage and they did a text money thing.
Yeah.
I don't know how much money was raised for a Springfield
within
person.
5 minutes, people's lives and their futures are funded by the
So-
giving of the company.
So
which
that
is the
morning
coolest thing.
is amazing. And
Yeah.
that's all there is that morning. It runs till about noon. Shuttle will take you back to the resort. You got the rest of the day there because the flight is the next morning. We have to leave at 3:30 to get there.
That's right.
So 3:30 in the morning, that's when our shuttle will leave to get you to the airport.
Hey, that sounds bright and early.
Yes.
But you'll be so motivated and pumped with all your cool stuff that you're going to just jump out of bed and be ready to go.
So that is our tentative schedule. It's not just all training. We got some other stuff planned, some bonding, some camaraderie stuff.
Well,
It's
and
gonna be
thank
fun.
you, Mike, for putting all that together. That is a lot of organization.
It's like I like going to Orlando.
I know. It's like a little bit of a passion there. Can you sense it a little bit? I think so.
So we're going to have fun with that.
Okay. And then we got one more video.
Yeah, this is on KW Prep, which is part of the new school that everybody can get into.
Because we've all heard of K-Score, right? And K-Score is the exam preparation for free, right? To help people get to the point where they can take and pass their test.
And this kind of leans to that also.
This is leaning to that about basically saying, hey, what industry are your people in that they're unhappy with that might be great fit for real estate?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
I say hello to the lonely stranger that I used to know. That's me no more. 'Cause today I made a promise to myself. I'll never be running alone. I'm turning my fears into goals. I burn 'cause I'm a fire starter. I got no limits.
Awesome. It was a cute little video there. But honestly, what's most powerful about it is that it's almost like a digital Ignite prerequisite.
So basically, everybody you meet could be a future realtor. You need to keep that in mind everywhere you go, because what if you change somebody's life and they become part of your downline and your passive income? So the K-Score School is the School of Real Estate. KW Prep is actually teaching them how real estate works.
There it is. So you got the social posts on there to potentially use to expose it and or get people into it potentially. And then having them connect with Mike and I, obviously, if they want or if they're interested in it.
And we've made ways around with the COVID and all the sickness to get the info to them without doing group meetings if they're uncomfortable with that.
So Keller Williams has been creating a whole bunch of content for people to use, Mike.
Yep. And we're short on time. We'll probably bounce through these a little quick.
Yeah, we'll do it
But
fast.
all this stuff is available to you through Command. Wow.
Oh my gosh, 28 ideas for your Ignite social media stuff. So it's design updates through the magazines and things like that. And then, look at all these cool things. I mean, this is super cool.
This is all already created there. You don't have to do anything with it except just plug and play, put your name stuff into it.
Yeah, make little memes on your own.
One disclaimer, do not use the word Super Bowl. It is trademarked by the NFL and you can't use that. It's the big game.
What if I did like a dash? Super Dash Bowl.
Good luck.
No, well, that won't do it either. Okay.
As someone from the old media world.
I know. I was gonna say, what if I spelled bowl wrong?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, definitely utilize what's already been created for you. And so there you go. Again, there's some cool animations.
All this stuff is available for you to use through your social media, through your mailers, all that kind of stuff.
Don't call people that are on the do not call list.
Do not bring litigation. Do not say Super Bowl while you're calling people either.
There it is. And then you've got a cool quote.
This quote, we were trying to find something that sort of represented who Ron Steffes was.
The man.
The really great man is the man who makes every man feel great. And we thought that was a great way to end today's meeting.
Ron did make everybody feel great.
And his impact will be felt forever.
That's right. And so we're excited to be able to look at his life today. You're welcome to join us today, which would be really great. And we thank you all for being here. We do not have Tech Tuesday right after this. And then thank you for attending.
Have a great day. Plan for the snow.
That's